Hi, everybody. We're going to work on evaluating economic choices, chapter 13 today. I'm going to do a read through of the information for you so that you have a read aloud to go along with this packet. So if you need to go get your packet, pause the video, run get your packet, and follow along with us. Uh, the topic of this one is economic decision making and skills. And our state standard is the choices people make have both present and future consequences. The evaluation of choices is relative and may differ across individuals and societies. After reading this chapter, you should be able to define the following terms: choices, consequences, evaluation of choices, present choices, and future choices. You should also be able to evaluate choices made in economic decision making and consider the present and future consequences of economic decisions. The main idea of this content statement is in our daily lives, we often make decisions about economics, using our limited resources to meet our needs for goods and services. And when they talk about our limited resources, they're talking about the money that we have in our pocket or the money we have in the bank that would be there to meet our needs for goods and services. We may buy a book, earn money by babysitting, or buy a ticket for a bus ride. Like each of us, governments also make decisions affecting economics, whether it's to invest in the roads or to build a new post office, to pay citizens' medical bills, or to raise interest rates on borrowed money. Economic decision making often involves a choice about how to use our limited resources. And that is part of the definition for economic decision making is it involves a choice on how to use our limited resources. The definition continues down here that good economic decision making requires us to gather information, to consider different choices or alternates, to weigh pros and cons of each choice, and to make a final decision. Also, the definition for choices is simply alternates and weighing the pros and cons of those choices and making a final decision. Uh, we have 4 steps in making good economic decisions. We're going to gather information, consider different choices, weigh the pros and cons of each choice, and make a final decision. Anyone who spends money should follow these 4 steps. They should gather their information. They should consider the different choices. They should weigh the pros and cons of each and make a final decision, especially if they're making a very large purchase, such as a car, a house, a TV. You really, really want to spend time considering these 4 steps. In determining the pros and cons of a particular choice, we often consider the costs of the choice and the benefits it would provide. We evaluate those costs and benefits, or how we evaluate those costs and benefits is often a reflection of our own personal tastes and value. For example, we may value adventure over having a good educational experience or more highly than the security that comes from saving money for the future. Or we may value the security of having additional savings over the appeal of a particular adventure. One thing I do want to point out to you that's on the test is that this sentence right here: how we evaluate those costs and benefits is often a reflection of our own personal tastes and values. And you might want to highlight that in your packet. Each society also has to make economic decisions. Some leaders may feel it is more important to create government jobs to put people back to work than it is to pay off some of the national debt or to provide aid to foreign countries. Others may want to invest more in education, building projects, and the internet. Still, others may feel that societies prosper when taxes are low and government involvement in the economy is minimal. The evaluation of choices is therefore relative and may differ between individuals and societies. The choices we make depend on our estimates of future costs and benefits and what we value. And if you go back, that is an answer on your worksheet where you're asked about how people make their decisions. and it talks about the evaluation of choices is therefore relative and may differ